Hello, good
Morning, Miss
morning.
Febie.
Good
How are you?
morning. How are you, dear?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. How
How's
was
your
your
weekend?
weekend?
Uh, you first.
Yeah, well, my weekend is so tiring. I'm really like so tired and it was so fun. It was
Why?
really fun because as I have told you, it was my son's baptism and actually we did a lot of things like we entertained a lot of visitors. We held a videoke party here, and there are a lot of drinkings, a lot of foods coming in. So there, it was so exhausting. At the same time, it was really fun. It's just that, tomorrow, Sunday, I have to do a lot of work as well. So I don't have enough rest because I have to make up with my students by that time. So there. How about you?
What are you celebrating?
Here in our house.
A new house?
In our house, yeah.
I mean, why? Why are you celebrating?
It's for my son's baptism. Do you know what
Oh,
baptism is?
yes, yes.
There.
For convince to converse to a religion.
Yes, that's right. That is really right.
Oh, okay.
You got it right. So
Yeah.
there.
You can only have that once in a people's life, a person's life.
That's right.
Okay.
So there.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how about you? How was your weekend?
I have in our class off last Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and I am actually preparing the film that I want to for applying
Mm-hmm.
schools, and I was doing the editing all weekend.
Oh, nice. Are you
I'm
pretty
shooting.
busy?
I shoot it last Friday and spend the last 2 days editing it. But I'm not done yet. Almost, but not yet.
Ah, just almost.
Yes, the deadline is this week. And,
Ooh.
and there's another film that I have to prepare, but I have not started yet.
Oh,
That's
really?
a yes, that's a huge problem right now.
Nice. That's really nice to know.
Yeah.
So there. Now, what else did you do?
Nothing else. Oh, I went to a movie last Friday night.
Who's with you?
My boyfriend.
Oh, really? That's so sweet.
Huh?
What did you watch?
The battle between the sexiest.
And
It's a movie about tennis. It's starred by Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Oh, yeah, I am familiar with that artist.
Yes, and it's a good one, I think.
So what's the story all about? Can you tell me?
There's a woman that she won several Wimbledon, and she is considered the rank first in all over the world. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a man who is like ranking used like previously like a decade ago or 2 decades ago that he also
Mm.
ranked first at a male field and because
So, hold on, my dear. I'm so sorry. Is this a
yes
male star that is, you know,
no,
um,
there's a male and a female, they are against each other over tennis,
mm-hmm.
and they want to find out the conclusion whether man or woman are better is better are
Okay.
better. Yes, and but the age is like the man is almost twice age as than the woman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And then what happened after? Who
But
won?
But the man actually win another like rank 2 woman. So the rank 1, and she stand out and shout that woman is not weak than man.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, so they have battle and she won eventually. It's a real story.
Based on a real story.
Yes, based on a real story.
Oh, I see.
And turns out that the woman is married, and actually she's lesbian. And
Oh,
it
really?
Yes, and she eventually got divorced and having a female partner in her
Is
life.
is this person a famous one?
I think so because like 30 years ago.
Ah, it
30
was
years.
like 30 years ago. I see, I
Yeah.
see. Hmm. So is this a new movie? I am not familiar with this one.
It just came out last Wednesday, I think, in
Oh,
Taiwan.
really? I am not
Yes.
really familiar with it, but I'm pretty sure that it has a good moral.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with me. What else did you do?
Not much, just editing.
Oh, okay. You're really into movie making, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, because if I don't apply, I have to wait another year. So either I fail or I apply. So I'm going to apply for it anyway.
Mm. So up until now, you don't have any results regarding the film that, how about what happened to the one that we created or the one that you have done?
They require to.
What do you mean?
There's a school required to film, and I'm only finished the first one.
Oh, you only finished the first one. So what happened?
It's nothing happened. It's just I don't have time to prepare. Previously, I was prepare TOEFL test.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and after like 18th November, I start to prepare all the materials,
Okay.
including some writing samples and some process, and of course the film. And there are several like film screenplay that I have to
Mm-hmm.
work on. Also deadline at November 30th or first December.
Mm. Well, good luck
So
with all of your endeavors.
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm really looking forward and I cannot wait for you to be a successful scriptwriter or you know, because you're actually good. I mean, you are good when it comes to constructing your own story. So it's not really possible or impossible that you will be able to make it, you know?
I hope so. Until I make it, I'll never know, right?
Yeah, that's right. That is really, really right. So there. Now, my dear, we will be continuing with our lesson for today, and
Sure.
we will be discussing this page 4 discussion.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's start with number 1. Can you please
Okay.
read it for me along with your answer?
What did you think when you read the headline? There must have made a lot of changed features of their faces, which incurred identity
Very
recognition.
good. It's a very good thing that you are aware of the proper article to use on this one. So
Yes.
again, they must have a lot of changes or changed features,
Yes.
in their faces, which incurred. Okay. So very good job with the answer. Oh my, I'm so sorry. There.
Yes. Pink one.
Now,
Okay.
next, number 2.
What images are in your mind when you hear the word cosmetics? Cosmetics. Some middle-aged woman wearing their aged woman.
Yeah, it's a singular form, so it's okay. It's right.
Okay. Okay. Woman wearing her sunglasses and a mask to cover most of her face is holding her umbrella to prevent direct contact from the sun.
I think there is one person that we can compare with this one. Can you guess who it was or who it is?
Compare this one like a showcase.
No, no, no. Your example or your scene or your sample description is actually good, and it reminds me of one person. Can you guess who it is or who it was? This person already died because of too much cosmetics in her body.
Like Elizabeth
Mm,
or Michael
Elizabeth, what?
Michael Jackson.
Very good, yeah. So whenever Michael Jackson wants to go out, he needs to cover himself with such things like um sunglasses. He has to have an umbrella. He has to have a sunblock, because if not, his skin will be totally damaged. It will be burnt, like she's a vampire. He is a vampire, sorry,
Yeah. Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. That's true.
So there. Now, let's do a very good job, by the way,
Thank you.
for the answer. Next, let's do number 3.
What do you think of cosmetic surgery? I do not
Okay.
prefer to have one, but would not be against it as long as it does not become an addiction.
Okay, very good. Yeah. So I have another question for you.
Yes.
What do you think are the things that you wanted to change in your face?
Nothing really.
Really?
Yes, but because it could make it worse for the cosmetic surgery.
What makes you say it will make you worse?
Like ugly than where I am now. It's it's just not worth it to take the risk.
It's not worth it to take the risk.
Yes.
Okay, so you will not even try. What if it is for free and you were being offered by the most popular person who does this?
Do you know? Maybe when I'm 80.
Oh, really? You will really not consider having cosmetics?
No?
That's really great to hear. At least you are not actually, you are not blinded by the by a fake beauty.
Yeah, but uh because I want to be a director, so I might be picky in the future.
You might be picky in the future.
Yes, about
So,
outlook.
mhm.
Yeah, about others, actors, actress outlook.
So you wanted to look like them in the future? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I mean, I might not care about myself or my
Mm-hmm.
outlook, but I might care about others.
Oh, I see. I understand it now. So you want them to do the cosmetics instead of you doing it for yourself.
I actually don't care if they are having one. I only care about the result, if they're looking good or not. So I might just choose the one that I think is better.
I see. Well, that's totally understandable. And I really appreciate your thoughts on this one. Now, let us go ahead and do the next question.
Okay,
Can you please read it for me along with the answer?
sure. Why
Thank
do
you.
people have cosmetic surgery? I believe There are two reasons that one has surgery. The first one is, like what is mentioned in the article, because of job requirements. The second one is because one is lacking of confidence and they believe that through looking more gorgeous, they will win compliments.
Okay. So, I believe there are two reasons why one has to undergo surgery, or why a person needs to undergo a surgery. Okay, so I believe it will be much better if you will say, I believe there are two reasons
Okay.
why a person yeah, that's right, has to undergo. What do you mean? Do you understand what does undergo means? To undergo? Do you know what it means?
To proceed surgery?
Yes, to consider surgery. Okay.
Okay.
The first one, hold on. I'm internalizing your answer.
Okay.
The first one is like what I mentioned. First one. The first one is what is. Okay, hold on.
Or perhaps you should shorten to the first one is mentioned.
The first one mentioned in the first one that's mentioned, or
Or
the first
simply
one that is mentioned in the first one.
just the first one mentioned in the article.
Again, can you try to change it for me, please?
Okay.
Like, what do you think it was?
First one. Like this. This is for the first version or
Yes. Yeah, I
the
think that's
one.
much better.
Yeah.
The first one mentioned in the article, or that was, or yeah, that was mentioned. The first one that was mentioned in the article.
Yeah, or which is already mentioned.
The first one, which is already mentioned in the article, yeah, probably
Yeah.
it can be. So, which is, yeah, there, much better. The first one, which is mentioned in the article because of job requirements, very good with this sentence. The second one is because, the second one is because one. The second is because, sorry. The second is because one is lacking confidence, not lacking of confidence.
Oh,
Lacking confidence, because one is lacking confidence.
okay.
Because this is a verb and this is um a noun.
Yes.
Lacking confidence. And they believe that that through that by looking more gorgeous, not through,
Okay.
that by looking more beautiful, more gorgeous, comma, they will win others' compliments. There you go. So, do you have any other questions regarding that one?
No.
Are you sure that you understand the corrections that I created?
Yes.
Are you really sure?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now let's do number 5.
Okay.
Can you please read it for me along with the answer?
What do you think of the term plastic surgery? I believe the word is mainly called because what people feel about cosmetic surgery. People who have cosmetic surgery look too perfect and fake to be like human, and they look even more like Barbies, which are usually made of plastics.
Okay, I know that you can do better with this one. Please have it more simplified. This answer can be simplified into just one sentence. Trust
Okay.
me, you can do it.
Okay.
What we just have to do is to remove the complicated words in here. So your main sentence should be like, it is called plastic surgery because people who do it usually wants to look perfect and while their faces are fake like the Barbie dolls. And by the way, my dear, you said here babies. So
Yeah.
baby dolls. Oh, again, my dear, I'm so sorry to interrupt you again.
Yes.
Please do not start with the word because.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so you said I think that the term plastic surgeries is invented because they are too perfect to look like human, but more like Barbies, which are. Oh, there you go. Very good.
Yay.
This is much better, my dear. The thought is complete. It has no complicated words. I mean, here we tend to, especially if you are really a grammar conscious, you tend to say a lot of words. And actually, that's my attitude before. To be honest with you, I used to be like that, wherein I love talking and talking and talking, and it seems like it is not that necessary of for it's not necessary at all. So for that one, we have to be. I'm not saying that your words are not necessary. What I am just trying to say is that we have to be cautious about using words because there might be tendencies that you keep on repeating and repeating the words and it's just like the same meaning.
Okay.
So as much as possible, we will just do it like real simple, like that. Very good job, actually, very good. See, you
Okay.
can make it as simple as you can, right?
Yes.
So very good job, my dear. Now, let's do number 6. Can you please read it for me?
What
Thank you.
are the dangers of cosmetic surgery? Most of the dangers are from the stage of anesthesia. Some are dead because of that. Also, some are dead because of the side effect from medicine or a complication.
Okay. You said that this is the reason why they died, right? So you
Yes.
should say some died. Some people died because of that.
Okay.
Okay? So you have to be specific, like when you say, Some people died because of cosmetic surgery or
Okay.
plastic surgery.
Okay.
So for this one, not some are dead because you are talking about the people itself, but the situation we have to use some died.
What the differences?
When you say some are dead, you are talking about a present tense. Is this a present tense?
Still on not knowing the differences. You mean they are dying or they already
They
already died?
died. Some, yeah, they are already dead. When we say some died because of that, we said that a lot, it already happened. Because of this, those things happened.
Okay.
Do you got it now, my dear? Because when
Yes.
we say some are dead, it is showing like a present tense. But when you say some died, we are talking about a past tense, which means this already happened.
Okay.
Are you still confused or is it okay now?
It's okay now.
Okay, very good. Also, some died again because this already happened. We are not talking about a present tense. Some died because of the side effect from medicine or a complication. Very good job. So those are the things that I just noticed. Okay, if we are talking like about a news that just recently happened, then we can say some are dead because of the bombing that was done like last night. So that we can consider. But if this is just, you know, a thing that already happened, then we have to use dead or died. Sorry, died.
Okay.
Much better now.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now let us do the next part.
What do you think of your passport photo? My photo is not changed for quite some time. It's just for examination.
Okay, so my photo has not changed.
Okay.
You will, my photo is, you will only use is if you will say my photo. Okay, hold on. I'm figuring out how to explain it to you. It should be has.
Does that mean thing that from a long time ago until
Yes,
now?
that is right. There you go. If Yeah, very good. Thank you so much for reminding me. If you say has, you're talking about a past thing that happened before and until now. It is still happening. That it has not changed. Okay?
Yeah.
But when you say is, you are talking about just a plainly present thing.
Okay.
Do you got it, my dear? Do
Yes.
you do you understand where my
Yes.
explanation is coming from?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So again, is being used for present tense. Has is for a word or yeah, for a word used to express a thing that already happened before and is happening until now.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
My photo has not changed for quite some time. It's just for examination. There. Very good job with the English sentence construction.
Thank you.
Now, you're most welcome. Let us go ahead and do the next one, number 8.
What do you think will happen to the woman? Further identity verification will be required.
Very good. Further identity verification. There. Next, number 9.
Would you ever have cosmetic surgery? There are some gentle cosmetic surgery called microcosmetic surgery. It is not invasive and is actually using laser to eliminate the freckles I had several times for the scars on my leg.
Okay. I, if you will use I, you have to use have. Okay.
Okay.
Again, we will be considering I as the first, second, and third person because you can just say me, myself, and I, right?
Yes.
So I, this is a third person that we are using as a pronoun. So it should be have. Again, when do we use have and had? We will only use had. Just give me a very quick second. Sorry, my throat got irritated.
Mm-hmm.
So there. We will only use have if we are talking about a lot of pronoun, or should I say plural noun, like we, they, them.
What if it's a past tense that I had a long time ago?
I had a long time ago. Have
Yes.
had. It should be have had. I have
But
had.
I no longer take that anymore. Like I have that like 5 years ago and had several during that period.
Okay, then I had. It should always be have. I have used this several times
So
before.
when will we use the past tense like had?
We will only use the past tense had if we are talking about a singular noun, which is in a. It is because this is the past tense of the word has, and has is being used for singular noun.
No. Had is used for singular and plural both for the past tense.
Okay, here's the thing, my dear. We do not use have if we are talking about he or she. There might be there might be some instances where we will use have or had for, or should I say have for he or she, but commonly it is used for, this is for had.
You
Okay?
mean has, not had, right?
If it happened before, but if it is on a present tense, it should be has. He has
Has.
invaded my room, but
Yes,
either
I
way,
understand that. If
sorry.
I'm using I, and then the past tense is still had, and the present tense is have. So if I'm using had here, it should be correct, right?
So you're saying that you have used this before and you are not using it anymore.
Yes.
Okay, if that is the case, we will use I have had. It means you have used this before.
So when is the moment that I use had? I had.
I had if, yeah, you're right. Actually, you,
Yeah, I believe I saw it before, like in different places. It should not be incorrect. It should be correct one.
I had.
Yeah, like I described a previous experience.
You know why I am considering your answer an
Yes,
incorrect one for the had?
yes.
I had several times for the scars on my leg. You have to be specific. Did you use this? Did you do it? Then you have, because in this sentence, for example, we do not have this one. We don't have this. And the question is directly, would you ever have cosmetic surgery? And you just say, I had several times for the scars on my leg. What kind of cosmetic surgery is this? But now that you mentioned the cosmetic surgery, which is the micro cosmetic surgery, what does it do? Um, what I'm trying to say is that you have to use the reason why I highlighted this one, had, and I have to use have because you have to say I have used this for several times. Because we are talking about the microcosmetic surgery that you have used before. If we will use had and you will just go along with this one, it will make no sense. I mean, I'm so sorry. What I'm trying to say is that it will be an incomplete thought because you did not specify what is the thing that you have used or that you used before.
So the if I want to use had, I can say that I had several times of cosmetic surgery for the scars on my leg 5 years ago. Is that correct?
Okay, that's redundant. You have used the past tense had, and you also said 5 years ago. So it's just one of the word. I have used this 5 years ago, or I had used this microcosmetic surgery, or I had microcosmetic surgery for several times for the scars on my leg. Here, let me type it for you.
Okay.
It's either I have used. This is the past tense. Oh, sorry, present tense. This is the past tense. Both of those words are verbs. I have used this several times for the scars on my leg. So it using the word or the exact verb. I mean the exact action word. You are actually
Miss Phoebe, I have no problem of using the present tense, but I do have problem about using the past tense
mhm,
because I want to understand why the past tense is not working. It should have. It could work, I think. It should
mhm.
not be a grammar error. And if it's
Yes.
error, I would like to know what's wrong with that.
Yeah, here I am going to type it now.
Okay.
Okay, so for the next one, for using had, you can say, because you cannot say I had used, it will be grammatically incorrect. Two past tense or two past action words or past tense of action words in the sentence. So you should say, I had a cosmetic surgery for several times for the scars on my leg. There.
You mean I had had or I have had because well, with even with the time in had, it should not be wrong.
I'm sorry, what's the last sentence that you said?
I mean,
Even if,
when you mention that redundancy, if you are saying that I have had, I'm sorry, can I use the screen?
yes,
I have
please.
had, I have had the surgery
No, my dear, that will
five
be,
years ago.
yeah, that's right. Surgery. I thought you will be including the microcosmetic. So I have had the
Oh,
surgery 5 years. No, please do not include the ago. Why? Because ago represents a past tense.
yes.
Had is already a past tense. So
Okay.
the
Here, here I'm trying to say that if I'm using have had, then it's a wrong one. But if I said I had, only said using I had the surgery 5 years ago, it should be a correct one,
I
right?
had the surgery.
Because the have had is a normal verb. It's not the verb that using for like do. So this should be the correct one.
I had the surgery five.
Yeah, right?
Because here,
So
my dear, because when
yeah.
we say ago, it is a past tense, and had is representing a past tense. So it only be one past tense verb, one present tense verb, and the noun is either way past tense or present tense. But in here, you said 5 years ago, which is already, or it already means on the past.
Okay.
If you use had, that will be redundant. So it should be I have the surgery 5 years ago.
Is there any moment like in a book or magazine? Because I believe I saw it before, but I just don't remember when. Maybe I should not use the past tense here, but I
No, it's
believe there.
okay, my dear. I'm so
But
sorry.
I
Hmm.
believe there's some moment that I mean, when is the occasion that I can use the past tense with a go, like in a book describing
Mm.
memories?
Yeah,
Okay,
when you use the present tense or the verbs with the present tense. Like I have the surgery 5 years ago. Your verb should be in present tense if you will use ago, the word ago or before. I have done this before, like that.
but I do remember that using the past tense with a go, but I'm not sure where it is it from. But like I said, if it's a memory from a book, you said it's possible, right? Because I'm having trouble with this, but because I know I saw this sentence before. Maybe I should not use here. I just want to clarify the air first about this one.
Where what kind of book um
So I don't really remember the occasion. So I'm just asking a simple question that
mhm.
when would be the possible the occasion to use a sentence like this? Is that a memory or like
This one?
history book or
Are you talking about this sentence, my dear?
yes,
It
yes.
will never happen. You can just say I had the surgery um before. I had the surgery before, but not 5 years ago because you are being specific that it is a past tense. Okay? You will have to say I have the surgery 5 years ago. That will be more clear because when you say I had the surgery 5 years ago, it will be really redundant, my dear. It will be grammatically incorrect.
Okay, another question is if my original sentence that I say I did not add the time. So if I say I had several times for the
I had,
scars,
yeah, there. I had a surgery several times, but no specific time frame.
and could that sentence be correct one or
Yeah, like this. Oh, so sorry. Hold on. Like here. It means that you have done this before.
okay.
Okay?
Okay, so when was the question again? Because at first you are trying to correct that sentence, right?
Yes. So again, it's actually correct. I mean,
Okay.
it's correct if you will be using had, but it should be I had. You have to be specific. I had this microcosmetic surgery for several times for the scars on my leg. Because if you will use an independent verb, which is this had, they will actually ask you, what is this had? What did you
So
had? Like
what's
that.
a correct sentence for this one? Like I had this surgery. I had surgeries, cosmetic surgeries.
Yes, for several times for the scars on my leg. There. Or I have used this where we are talking about the microcosmetic surgery I have used this several times for the scars on my leg because I
So
used the verb.
what's the differences?
The
What's the
differences
word? What's the word that I'm missing?
here,
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
missing.
considering this one as the correct ones. It's either this one or this one. Okay, used. It means that you used this kind of thing before. When you say I had several times, what is that? What is that you had? You know, there will be a question because it will
So
be an,
just so just add up the cosmetic surgery after that, right?
yeah, so that you can be specific that, you have undergone surgery before. So it will be clear that you had
Okay.
this before.
Okay.
Okay, because there's no specific thing like I had several times for the scars on my leg.
So okay. So I just missing the object, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
the subject and the object of the sentence.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said I can consider you saying I have used this because it already happens in the past, as you said. This is actually expressing a simple past. Oh, simple present. Oh no. Yeah, simple present tense with the have plus the past tense verb, which is used. Okay, so there you go. Is it clear now? I mean, are you still
Yeah.
confused?
No, it's not.
Are you sure it was all clear?
Yes.
Okay, great. And thank you so much for that one. I know that you've been like wanting to have to learn from this one. It's a good thing that you keep on asking and clarifying things. I really appreciate that, my dear, I swear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now let's do number 10. Can you please read it for me?
What problems would you have if your whole face changed? First, if I own iPhone X, I might have to reset facial recognition. Second, people who knows you before may not recognize you.
Anymore.
Okay.
Oh no, I just added that.
Yeah, I know.
Recognize. So first, if I own an iPhone X, if I own an iPhone X, I might have to reset facial recognition. Second, people who know you before may not recognize you. There, very good, very good with this one. That is just the only thing that I noticed. The
Okay.
an. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So do you have any other questions with this activity, my dear?
No. I need new book. This book I am already done with it.
Yeah, no worries. I will be giving you another one later on after the class, okay? We will just finish this one.
Okay.
All right, so there. Now, let's do there's no need for cosmetic surgery. Discuss. Can you please read your answers for me?
Okay.
Thank you.
It depends on situation. Some people consider work as their first priority, and they are willing to change their outlook to earn more chances. However, since they may think their success are mainly from their faces, when they encounter downturn of the work, they would misunderstand that another cosmetic surgery will make another improvement for their career. As a result, it will become vicious circle and might eventually cost them their jobs.
So, I know that you're not talking about circle, but cycle.
Oh,
Vicious cycle, right?
yeah, I forgot the word.
Yeah, it should be cycle.
Cycle.
Yeah. So it's like you keep on repeating it again and again. And
Okay.
it's like it's being an addiction. Is that right? Is
Yeah.
that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So there you go. Very good job with the sentence. I really, really appreciate that. And it's actually like a complete
Miss
thought.
Febie, I just look up the word vicious cycle. It should be vicious circle.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Vicious circle.
Yes, and there's no word for vicious cycle.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Pretty weird. Just give me a very quick second. But what I can see here is a vicious cycle.
Okay. Maybe from the website the differences.
Vi- um, Vicious cycle. It says here that it refers to a complex chain of events that reinforce themselves through a feedback loop. Okay, let me type it for you, my dear,
Okay.
so that you would know as well, of course. Vicious cycle. So this refers to complex chains of events that reinforce themselves.
I just googled it on the Oxford English. There's still only vicious circle, not cycle.
Hmm, pretty
Let
weird.
I
Sorry.
paste the website for you, and you can look up later.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking at the Merriam-Webster and Wikipedia.
Um, I'm using the Oxford. You can
Really?
yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
please send it to me so that I can broaden up
sure.
my vocabulary as well.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So
Thank
there.
you.
You're welcome. There's also another one for Urban Dictionary.
Perhaps some of them are wrong,
Yeah. Actually, there's two ways to say it. Virtuous circle or vicious circle.
but it's all circle, right?
Vicious circle. Hold on, let me verify. This is what I get from the meaning of virtuous or vicious circle. Vicious circle. Vicious circle. Ah, okay, my dear. There's no need for us to argue with this.
Yes.
Because here, I will be sending you the meaning of this one. It's a screenshot that I will be sending on your Skype, okay? Just give me
Okay.
a very quick second. They actually have the same meaning, and that is why it's pretty confusing. So it's either vicious circle or vicious cycle. It's just
Okay.
the same.
Okay.
So there. Very good job with this one. Very good job.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, my dear. Now, okay. Yep. So, screenshots. Here. I just sent it to you, my dear. Now
Okay.
let's do the next part. We will do the gap fill. Now, can you please read it for me?
Okay.
Thank you.
Three Chinese women were left stranded at a South Korean airport after immigration officials said their passport photos did not match their faces. The women had just had cosmetic surgery to change their looks. The surgery had transformed their faces to such an extent that passport control officials in South Korea could not confirm their identity. Photos of the women went viral on the internet. Their faces were swollen from the surgery and were heavily bandaged. bandaged
Bandaged.
bandaged.
Very
The
good.
Shang the Shanghaiest.com website reported that the women were not allowed to take their return flight back to China, and were instead held for questioning by airport authorities. It is still unclear if the women had been able to return China.
You know what, my dear? I just noticed something. I
Yes?
think it's pretty unfair. Why? How about
Why?
for those people from South Korea who had this plastic surgery and has changed their physical looks and traveled all around the world?
They had the surgery domestically and changed their photo with other identification.
Oh, okay, so that is how they do it.
Yeah, it
But
should be.
so for those people who wants to go outside the country and have their faces changed, it is not really advised to do it outside the country,
They should provide it with other identification,
aside
perhaps.
from the passport.
Yes, or not too much. They can change their face, but not that much, that making others officials difficult to identify.
Very good job. Thank you so much for that explanation. I really appreciate that.
Thank
N-
you.
You're welcome. Now, very good job with the answers as well. Now, let us do the next part.
Okay. South Korea has become the cosmetic surgery capital of the world. Cosmetic surgery tourism from China is now booming business. More than 500,000 Chinese residents a year flock to clinics in South Korea to reshape their faces and bodies. Many of them go to clinics that specialize in making clients look more Western. Cosmetic surgery is also hugely popular with South Koreans. Around half of women under 30 in the capital Seoul are estimated
Shoal.
Seoul,
Sorry, shoal.
Seoul,
Yeah, shoal.
Seoul are estimated to have had surgery. Many parents encourage their children to undergo surgery in efforts to gain a competitive age in the
Edge.
edge
Very
in
good.
the job market. There are even hugely popular prime-time TV shows that feature before and after transformations.
Very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for answering this question. Please do not forget that this is pronounced as
Edge.
very good. Now, my dear, again, as I have told you,
Yes.
I will be providing you the new book later
Okay.
on after we are done with our class.
Okay.
And do you still have any further clarifications or questions for me for these activities?
No, thank you. Thank you for the class.
You're most welcome, and I also appreciate that you've been fighting for your answer. I know, yeah,
I
actually, I really appreciate that because it means that you are really learning. You are learning from yourself, aside
yeah,
from me teaching you. It's a good,
yeah.
good thing. I feel so thankful for that one, my dear.
Me too.
Seriously. You're
Thank you.
welcome. And please keep it up, okay? Just keep on studying English. That will that will be so beneficial for you, believe me.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And please enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
You too. Take care.
Take care, my dear. Goodbye for
Thank you.
today. Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
Bye bye.